Triathlon Series victory. Oh, she's on great form right now, Vicky Holland. Flying along here. And Spierig is 5 or 6 meters behind as Holland goes past one or two of the back markers. She has around 1.1 kilometers still to run, and the gap has grown. It's now about 10 meters between Vicky Holland of Great Britain and Nicola Spierig of Switzerland. Holland grabs a bottle of water this time. It's her last chance to get a mouthful as she increases the pace once again. What a performance so far from Vicky Holland, and that could be a significant lead. Meanwhile, behind her, Nicola Spierig is clinging on to second position. And, oh, she's gone into third, in fact, as Katie Zafiris, I think it is, has come up into second position for the USA. Vicky Holland is stretching her lead even further. Is this going to be the dream result on her comeback for 29-year-old Vicky Holland of Great Britain? She is still full of running here.
Wow, she certainly is, isn't she? And Katie Zafiris now being pushed by Nicola Spierig. Looks like Helen Jenkins dropped back to 5th place, I think, and Sofia Salazar, the World Under-23 champion, in 4th place.
That could be a winning margin for Vicky Holland. As we look down from the helicopter, Holland has struck for the front, and it could be decisive as Zafiris and Spierig fight it out for second position. Holland approaches the end of the last lap on the road, and then there'll be one lap on the athletics track around the Greenpoint Stadium to conclude this extraordinary race. Robish, Burns, Pallant and Haug are playing catch-up here.
Wow, yeah, Emma Pallant still looking comfortable. She's going to have a top 10 finish, and that's a first for her. Nicola Spierig there, Katie Zafiris side by side. First time that these two have ever raced one another, because Nicola Spierig, of course, has been absent from the World Triathlon Series since 2012.
Zafiris was expecting, possibly in the absence of Jorgensen, to get her first World Triathlon Series win. But she's been upstaged here by Vicky Holland of Great Britain, who has a gap now of 5 seconds over Zafiris and Spierig. What a phenomenal performance from Vicky Holland.
Wow, and this is the absolute run of her life, because she doesn't look like she's heading for the finish. She looks like she's heading for another lap. So relaxed, so efficient still, and so fast.
Holland took it on right at the start of the race. Then she eased off sensibly, got into the pack and refueled before she struck for the front again. Now Katie Zafiris has had a bit of a kick from second and is moving clear of Nicola Spierig. Holland leads for Great Britain. Zafiris is second for the USA. Spierig down in third for Switzerland on her comeback to the World Triathlon Series. They're under the trees. Next time we see them, they'll be heading towards the stadium for the 400-meter lap to conclude this contest.
Yeah, and a lapped runner there, don't be fooled. It's still Katie Zafiris in second place from the United States, and Nicola Spierig from Switzerland in third. Sofia Salazar from Germany's in fourth, and Helen Jenkins, hopefully touch wood, is looking for a top 5 finish in her return to the World Triathlon Series since injury last year.
Vicky Holland is showing no signs of slowing down. And now, like a marathon runner at the Olympics, entering the stadium at the end of a long contest, she comes onto the track. One lap, 400 meters. That's all that stands between Vicky Holland and her first ever World Triathlon Series victory. She's on to the blue. She's making the turn. She'll go round once, and then if she holds it together, victory will be hers. Last 300 metres for Holland of Great Britain. What a race from her so far. Past the bikes, which were hung up at the end of a 40k ride, which she was very much part of. Tactically, very smart today, Vicky Holland. Onto the track now. Zafiris and Spierig aren't finished with their little race within a race. Zafiris kicked clear of Spierig. Spierig has responded, but out on her own at the front of the field is Vicky Holland of Great Britain. What a comeback from injury. The others are a distant second and third.
Yeah, Nicola Spirig, she's a fighter. She's certainly not given up, and I don't think Katie's got this second place in the bag just yet. Expecting to see Nicola Spirig do what she does best, as we saw in the Olympics.
The gap is now 7 seconds. Last time we checked it was 5. Holland has put another couple of seconds between her and Zafiris and Spirig. Goodness knows what will happen between these two. Will Spirig find a sprint finish to give herself second? That's all about the minor places. And out in front, it's all about victory for Vicky Holland of Great Britain, who will start to enjoy it now. All the trials and tribulations of fighting back from injury are behind her now. She will run through the line to take her first ever World Triathlon Series win. Holland wins in Cape Town in some style. What a finish from Vicky Holland. Katie Zafiris takes second. And third place to the returning Olympic champion, Nicola Spirig of Switzerland. A fine finish to what was a fabulous race, and they're coming home in dribs and drabs now. Sophia Sala in fourth. Helen Jenkins with a good comeback, finishing in 7th position for Great Britain, just behind Kirsten Kasper. Haug home next in 8th, then Chelsea Burns in 9th, and it will be a first ever top 10 finish for Emma Pallant of Great Britain. We have 3 British triathletes in the top 10. Vicky Holland is the best of them, on top of the world here in Cape Town.